Turning now to the World Climate Summit. It's scheduled to end today, and negotiations on some crucial issues are going right down to the wire. One of those issues, a pledge from nearly 200 countries to accelerate the phase out of coal. Another sticking point, billions of dollars in financial aid for poorer nations. However, there is some good news. The U.S. and China made an unexpected deal ahead of a virtual meeting between President Biden and China's President Xi this Monday. Mark Phillips is covering the climate summit in Glasgow, Scotland for us. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Well, as you say, we're into the final hours of this conference without it having achieved its major objectives. There has, though, been one major surprise here, and that has caused something of a glimmer of hope.
The chief climate negotiators of the United States and China have made deals in the past, but given the current chill between Beijing and Washington, no meeting of minds was expected here. Yet that's what happened. When it comes to climate change, said Xi Jinping, there is more agreement between the U.S. and China than divergence.
Cooperation is the only way to get this job done.
There's not a lot of meat on the bones of the U.S.-China deal, but Beijing has, for the first time, admitted it must cut its output of methane, one of the most powerful greenhouse gases. As for decarbonizing its economy and the rest, working groups will be set up. Apart from that deal, there's been disappointment.
In Tuvalu, we are living the realities of climate change.
The foreign minister of the South Pacific island nation of Tuvalu, Simon Kofe, summed it up. Do something before this whole country becomes unlivable. Yet the hope that delegates here would agree concrete plans to cut greenhouse gas emissions and limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius has proved a false one. The latest estimate is that the real cuts promised so far would still allow the Earth to heat up to around 2.7 degrees, with all the heat waves, droughts, fires, storms, and floods that would bring. This conference failed at another objective as well, to come up with the money promised to developing nations to compensate them for not using fossil fuels and for the damage caused by severe weather. $100 billion a year was promised. But Aubrey Wilson of the Small Island Nations delegation here says they're still waiting for it.
Well, we are very disappointed because it's a promise made, a promise failed.
You want them to show you the money?
That too, yes.
There's still time for a miracle, of course, a last-minute breakthrough, but I have to say there's very little hint of a miracle in the air here, just too much carbon dioxide. Nate?
Mark in Glasgow, thank you.